As we are about to go into bowl season, there is something that I want to discuss that I've thought about for quite a while now that really does bother me. Not only do I hate the way the college football postseason is, and I think it's the worst in sports, but a lot of college football bowl matchups are really unfair and are lopsided, record-wise at least. Not necessarily competitive-wise, as many of these bowl games from the past few years that I'm about to bring up were actually pretty competitive, but it really wasn't fair for the teams. They were, one team would be so much better than the other record-wise. The first one that I want to talk about is, of course, the 2021 Cheez-It Bowl, when a ranked 9-3 Clemson team took on a 7-5 Iowa State team. Although the game ended up being pretty close, it wouldn't have been if Clemson hadn't lost both their coordinators. Of course, Clemson ended up winning, but still. Why does a 7-5 Iowa State team have to go up against a 9-3 Clemson team? That's really not a fair matchup. It's really one-sided. Again, I understand it was a close game, but still. Why can't a 7-5 Iowa State team instead play against another 7-5 football team? It wasn't, of course, really even that exciting for Clemson, only getting to play against a 7-5 team when they're 9-3 and ranked. They could have at least put them up against an 8-4 team, and I don't have a problem with teams facing each other that only have a one-game difference, like, for example, a 9-3 team versus an 8-4 team, or a 6-6 team versus a 7-5 team. But still, why was Clemson put up against a 7-5 team when they were 9-3 and ranked? And would this very game, the Cheez-It Bowl, be any better the next year? No! In fact, it was a lot worse. A 6-6 Oklahoma team versus a 9-3 Florida State team that is ranked number 13 in the country. Again, just like the 2021 Cheez-It Bowl, this game was actually relatively close. But still, it just really isn't fair for Oklahoma. This makes you realize if they had played another 6-6 team, they would have won their bowl game. Instead, Oklahoma plays tough and competitive against a good Florida State team and finishes with a losing record at 6-7. While FSU, after barely beating a terrible Oklahoma team, then gets to finish with 10 wins. I'm not trying to take away anything from Florida State, nor was I trying to take anything away from Clemson, but still. Oklahoma should have been matched up with another 6-6 team, or at the bare maximum, a 7-5 team, while Florida State should have been matched up with the bare minimum, an 8-4 team. And another example of this would be the 2022 Las Vegas Bowl, when a 9-3 Oklahoma State team played a 6-6 Florida team. Again, another 9-win team playing against a 6-6 team. Why does this keep happening? They should have, again, put Oklahoma State against another 9-8 team, and Florida against another 6-6 team. And unlike the last two matchups, Oregon State absolutely destroys Florida. Of course they do. They're 9-3 and are ranked number 17 in the country, while Florida is only 6-6. So why does this bother me so much? Well, it hurts both teams. The team with the better record is less excited, of course, and don't feel as hyped up. Sure, they're obviously hyped up some, because they always seem to be the team that wins, and it's not like the other pulls off the upset. But still, they're going up against less competition. The game becomes a lot more meaningless, which bowl games already, in many ways, are already meaningless. So this only makes the bowl game even more meaningless. And as for the team with the worst record, they don't have as good of a chance of at least finishing above 500, with all these cases being teams that were 6-6. Losing this game then puts them at a losing record despite making a bowl game, and makes their season a lot worse. Instead, of finishing 7-6 with a bowl win, which they potentially could have if they had played a team that had a similar record to what they had. Again, Florida should have been put up against another 6-6 team, while Oregon State should have been put up with at least an 8-win team. When they take a 9-3 ranked Oregon State team versus a 6-6 Florida team, this makes the game unfun for anyone. Again, this video was a rant, but please let me know your thoughts. Do you hate this too? Let me know down below in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Peace out.